Then what's that a do? I didn't get the.
On our next topic of today, we have the race to replace McCarthy. Now, you guys know that the Hooligans podcast takes place at an undisclosed location here in Los Angeles, California. So we got to understand our California politics a little bit. You know what I'm saying? To replace McCarthy. That's the reason a bunch of weirdos in politics, bro, is because nobody in the bottom level knows what the heck's going on, bro. Nobody out here is really trying to get into the nitty gritty of the winter solstice. You feel me? I'm all about the winter solstice. So let's hear about McCarthy, bro. Who is McCarthy? Is he a speaker?
Kevin McCarthy isn't in Congress anymore, but that doesn't mean his influence isn't still being felt back home in Bakersfield, where the race to replace him has become chaotic. Sponsor message. Mary Louise Kelly, host. Sunday was Kevin McCarthy's last day on the job. Today, the 8-term Republican from California woke up a regular civilian. After a tumultuous year, McCarthy reached the highest position in Congress as Speaker of the House before being ousted just months later after efforts by members of his own party. Now someone has to fill his shoes, and the race is on to replace the one-time Republican leader in his Bakersfield district. As KVPR's Joshua Yeager reports, the contest is shaping up to be just as chaotic as McCarthy's brief speakership. Joshua Yeager, byline, Republicans in Bakersfield didn't expect to be in this position, but here they are. Greg Peroni, I'm horribly disappointed. Yeager, Greg Peroni is president of the Greater Bakersfield Republican Assembly. After watching Bakersfield boy Kevin McCarthy rise to Speaker of the House, the group is weighing their options for a totally new representation. Peroni, and then if you look at the fiasco of who's going to run to replace him, it just created a bigger mess instead of doing the honorable thing, which is, I'm not going to seek re-election. Yeager, McCarthy's departure has unleashed a political feeding frenzy here in the district. 10 candidates will duke it out for McCarthy's seat. One of them, Assemblyman Vince Fong, was a McCarthy staffer and has his endorsement. But McCarthy's tenuous succession plan has created problems for his heir apparent. Soundbite of archived recording. Unidentified reporter, the Secretary of State has announced Vince Fong will not be allowed to run for the 20th Congressional District. Yeager, that's because the two...
Alright, y'all. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out my audio situation still. But so Kevin McCarthy was speaker. Let's look at some TikToks. Who will be the new speaker? But who was Nancy Pelosi? So was that Nancy girl the speaker of like the US? And then we have a speaker of California? Let's see what happened with Kevin McCarthy.
And when I look at the Democrats, they actually look like America. When I look at my party, we look like the most restrictive country club in America.
Yeah.
And when I look at
Yo, that's what it feel like, bro. It feel like there's a big club and if you ain't white, you can't get in. If you ain't, you can't get in. Nah, yo, who's Kevin McCarthy, bro? Shout outs to bro, man. That's a vibe right there, bro. Let's see.
look, you all know Matt Gaetz. You know it was personal. It had nothing to do about spending. It had nothing to do about everything he accused somebody of he was doing. It all was about getting attention from you. I mean, we're getting email fundraisers from him as he's doing it. Join in quickly. That's not governing. That's not becoming of a member of Congress.
Four Dogs Design says he got fired on his day off. Childs to Friday. Yo, I gotta understand why did they remove the speaker? There we go.
Why did they remove the Speaker of the House?
What day?
Yeah, what happened?
I don't know how to explain it. Simple terms. When Kevin McCarthy got elected, he agreed as one of the terms that one person can make a motion to get him removed as Speaker, which is not normal in the House of Representatives. I think before that, you need some sort of a majority to put a vote out there to remove him. This one, he agreed to it because he had no support, right? The spread between the Republicans and the Democrats in the House is so, he just won by a hair, right? So this whole freaking thing is a dog and pony show, you ask me. You know, it's not about funding the government, it's about all this other,
So he made a deal that he could get voted out by just one person? The government is not functional, only part of Ukraine, nothing for the people. He wasn't doing his job. Which of them are? Haha, Nakima. Not retiring, da da da. I mean, hey, bro, if that was the terms, man, I mean, those are some egregious terms you agreed to, my friend.
Kevin McCarthy is an embarrassment to public service. I'm going to show you a video that the former Speaker of the House published with pride, where McCarthy makes a statement with the ignorant passion that is typical of somebody who either wants to swindle you or is determined to confirm his narrative. Listen and watch.
In every single war that America has fought, we have never asked for land afterwards, except for enough to bury the Americans who gave the ultimate sacrifice for that freedom we went in for.
I don't know what is more insulting, the fact that he said that or the fact that the room burst out in applauses and cheers. So let's take a moment to provide McCarthy with a quick history lesson, starting with the fact that the United States government seized over 1.5 billion acres from Native people between 1776 and 1887. Land that was not used to bury anyone, Mr. McCarthy, but rather it was sold to the new American aristocracy. In fact, the United States created its own theory called Manifest Destiny, according to which the American people were divinely ordained to take over the entire continent. And because it was the will of God, any tactic and any instrument to achieve that objective would be permissible. Tactics and instruments to relocate and...
Dang, y'all, so he was saying America's never asked for any land
of people
that we fought for. Yeah, I don't think you should. If you're going to help somebody else, if I'm going to help you move your furniture, right? Now, I guess the thinking would be as payment, but that's interesting. Why can't you have cash? If I'm going to help you move your house, if I'm going to help you move your furniture, and then once we're done, I'm like, hey man, so this little square of land is mine, right? I get to keep this? You're like, no. You can have $50. Like, I don't know, man. But that's that. We're gonna keep it pushing.